Great presentation. I just want to ask you, out of all the methods of dream interpretation you have learned about, which one of them was most interesting to you and why?
Okay, so I wouldn't say there's one that was more interesting than the other ones because I found them all interesting, but something I found interesting about Jungian dream analysis, well, before this project, I didn't think that interpreting your dreams was something that could actually help you. But with Jungian dream analysis, the whole point is like developing your personality and kind of just getting to know your mind better. So I found that super interesting.
Thank you.
So that was a great presentation,
Thank
Nina.
you.
I loved it. So after studying this for the last 6 or 8 months, how do you look at dreams differently when you hear, a friend tell you a dream or people talking about dreams or your own dreams? How do you think about it differently now than you did?
Okay, well, I've definitely noticed people telling each other about their dreams a lot more than I used to. I just noticed how much people do that. And also, when I have a dream or when someone tells me about their dream, I kind of, instead of just thinking like, oh, that's a weird dream, I actually start kind of looking for possible like explanations to it, like what it could mean, and I never used to do that, so.
So I have repeated dreams a lot. Yeah, okay. So I have repeated dreams, like I have a lot of the same dreams. What is the explanation behind that?
That's a good question. I didn't really look into that, but I mean, if it could be something like going on in your life, maybe that's like continued, so if you keep thinking about that. I don't know, I didn't really research that, but.
Thank you.
Well done, Miss Davis McGregor. I was just wondering if you asked someone if they had a dream and they don't remember. Do you know why people don't remember dreams?
Okay, I know a bit about this. So even if you don't remember your dreams, you still have them. But as far as I know, it depends on when you wake up during the sleep cycle. I don't know exactly when, but it's something to do with just when you, like what stage you wake up in, I think.
This is the exact opposite question. Do you know why people remember their dreams? Is that the exact same thing?
I mean, it would be the same kind of thing. Like, it depends on when you wake up. I don't know, like, why you remember them. You just kind of remember them. Because, yeah, I don't know.
If somebody experienced sleep paralysis during a dream, what would that mean?
Okay, so I was going to look into sleep paralysis, but I didn't really do that. This is just a guess, but so in REM sleep, you become kind of paralyzed. I don't know if this is right or not, but I think it might have to do with somehow you wake up during that or something, or you like partly wake up. I don't know if that's true or not, but because that would be why when you have sleep paralysis, basically you can't move, but you're still dreaming, so yeah, I don't know. Oh, hi.
Is it true that when you're dreaming, you're not fully asleep?
I don't think so. I mean, Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're fully asleep when you're dreaming. I don't know.
What can you tell us about daydreaming?
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm also not sure about this, but when so most dreaming happens during REM, like your actual dreams happen, but I'm pretty sure that in other stages, sometimes you can also have like little dream things. So when you're daydreaming, it might be like in really light sleep or something. I'm not even really sure what daydreaming is, but yeah.
Thanks, Ms. Davis-McGregor. I'm curious, you made reference to the historical aspects of dream interpretation, et cetera. And in modern times, like when I think of people going to fortune tellers and things like that, they'll often talk about dreams. And I'm wondering, is that still something, like if I had a dream, if I wanted to today, could I go and get someone to interpret it or give me some sort of commentary on that? Is that something I could do?
I'm sure it probably is. Dreams are also, they can also be used in psychotherapy. Like in my paper, I looked at an example with soldiers. It was like, they used this example of these soldiers. So when they were in danger of being captured by their enemies, they had dreams about being captured, which kind of which kept them kind of alert and less likely to be captured. And then when they were captured, they had dreams about being free, which kind of made them sleep more deeply and just be kind of as happy as they could be in that situation. And then when they were free again, they had dreams about being captured, and that was, I think it was to kind of reflect on what happened and like understand what happened better and the trauma that they had from that. So yeah, I think dreams can still be, you can still have them interpreted and they can be used, and yeah.
Well done, Miss Davis-McGregor. Do you know what the difference between dreams and nightmares are?
Ooh. Oh no. Wow, okay. I didn't really look at that either, but as far as I know, like nightmares are just like bad dreams. Like I don't think there's anything that makes them like a different thing. I don't know.
That was an amazing presentation. And I'm saying that because I rarely remember my dreams. And so I thought you did a really good job of making pretty complex ideas about Jung and Freud and all that pretty explainable to the rest of us. But my question is I'm just really curious, is this gonna, are you gonna do something, do you think, in terms of furthering your education, or potentially, how is this going to influence what you do in your life, if at all?
Okay, so I don't think I'm specifically interested in dream interpretation, but I think psychology in general is something I'd be interested in doing in school, and maybe following a career in psychology. Yeah.
That was a fantastic presentation, Miss Davis-McGregor. I'm really inspired by this, and I think it's so beautiful how you talk about the benefits of this and how it can help us. Yeah. I'm a psychology student myself, so I'm really fascinated in this topic, and we learned a lot about the different parts of the brain that are activated doing different activities. And I'm wondering, in your research, did you come across anything of the right and the left brain and whether, I have this theory, they talk about the right brain being the one where metaphors happen and big picture, and the left brain being the specific details, and I feel like dreams would be definitely a right brain thing, but I don't know if you came across that.
Yeah, probably. I didn't really look into like that specifically, but I do know that like when you're asleep, certain parts of your brain are more or less active, so maybe the right side is more active while you're asleep. I'm not really sure.
What's the weirdest dream you've had? And using the methods that you've used for interpretation, what do you think that weird dream you had means?
Oh no. Well, the one I talked about at the start was pretty weird. I'm not really, I mean, if I want to know what it means, I'd have to kind of spend more time on it than just like thinking of it right away. I mean, it was a weird dream though. I don't know.
Well done, Miss Davis McGregor. I really enjoyed that, and I remember when we were on the hiking trip back in September and we were talking about dreams and wouldn't that make a cool Masterworks project. So it's really neat to see you here today. Did you look at all into lucid dreaming? I know when I was in university I could fall asleep thinking about what I wanted to dream about, and I could actually become aware in the dream that I was dreaming. Did you look into that at all?
Not really. I wanted to, but I kind of had to keep my research more specific. That was something along with sleep paralysis and nightmares and lucid dreams. Those are things that I wanted to research, but I didn't really end up doing. So yeah, I don't really know anything about that.
As the lost and stressed out teacher that was featured as dream analysis #1, I am happy to report that I wasn't late to my class that day after Nia told me that that's what I was dreaming about. So thank you for already being my psychotherapist. And I would like to give her, and all of you guys, please give Miss Davis McGregor a huge round of applause.